Assalamu alaikum. This podcast has been brought to you by Seekers Guidance, the global Islamic seminary. Help us spread the light of prophetic guidance to millions around the world by becoming a monthly supporter. Make a small donation at seekersguidance.org/donate. As little as $10 a month can help people find life-changing guidance.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. There was a question that a few people asked, that is pool water filthy? Because studies show that there is almost inevitably a presence of urine in the water. So there's a few things. Firstly, the assumption regarding water is purity. And this initial assumption regarding water is not lifted by doubts or possibilities, even if the possibilities are reasonable possibilities, right? So the basis of water is that we assume purity and we ignore doubts regarding it. In Islam, some things are based on caution, right? Like meat, for example, like the property of others. But other things, including the purity of water, are based on ease, right? We protect water from being filthy. We're cautious about protecting it from filth, but in dealing with it, it is based on ease. That's very clear from the guidance of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, and the early generations. So given that, even if there's a good possibility that people may have urinated, there's children in the swimming pool, etc., we go with the default assumption of purity, right? And if you can't see the filth, which typically you can't clearly smell that which could only be filth, then you assume purity, right? With that, we know that there's distinction made in the Sharia between a large body of water and a small body of water. So in the Hanafi school, a large body of water is one that is more than 5 meters by 5 meters, right? So most pools would be longer than that, right? So it would be considered a large body of water, right? So in that, even if you saw someone urinate, right? A large body of water being more than 5 meters by 5 meters, even a pool in someone's backyard would be more than that, right? More than 25 square meters. So in that kind of situation, even if someone saw a child urinate in the water would not be considered filthy, because typically, right, the pool does not change in its color, smell, or taste. There is, however, adab to the use of water, which is that you do not deliberately make water filthy. Right? The Prophet ﷺ forbade urinating in bodies of water, right? For the obvious reason that these are for the use of others, there's blessings, etc. So one does not, right? If you get the urge when you're in the swimming pool to urinate, go urinate, wash yourself, and then go use the wash to the swimming pool. And these are adab that we teach our children too. So those are some basic principles. So therefore, one can use public swimming pools, etc., with, of course, other considerations of decorum and so on being upheld, without worrying about the water necessarily being filthy. However, given the remote possibility that it's not entirely clean, it would be from proper manners and common sense to take a shower afterwards. Hope that answer was useful. وبارك الله فيكم. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
Thank you for listening. This podcast was brought to you by Seekers Guidance, the global Islamic seminary. Visit SeekersGuidance.org to access reliable Islamic knowledge taught by qualified teachers. We offer a wide range of courses, podcasts, articles, and a world-class answer service. Support us in spreading free, reliable Islamic knowledge to millions around the world by becoming a monthly supporter. Visit SeekersGuidance.org/donate and make a small monthly commitment today. Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Whoever guides someone to goodness will have a similar reward." So don't forget to share this podcast and spread prophetic guidance.